right, thank you for joining us. It's time for newspaper review, but in a moment.
That moment has come with Chukwudi Abuja seated and ready to get us going.
You make me feel bigger than this. My 5 foot.
Good to see you, by the way.
5 foot. 6. The Chukwudi moment. That's what you just hit now. How you doing, Claire?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I know you know why I'm beaming from ear to ear, but I don't want to make the Super Eagles jealous.
I know, but I'd like to. In fact, I should have done this much earlier.
Yes.
Victor, I must really commend Victor this morning because he's taken a shift, or he's shifted from his usual hard stance on gender things.
Oh, okay.
Today he's leading in the 16 days activism.
Oh, that's a good one.
So you can see the touch of orange.
That's a good one.
Muffler that he's putting on.
That's a good one.
No, you haven't. So I want to commend him. But again, congratulations.
He should be the ladies' man as well. I'm not saying you look nice or whatever. I'm just, suggesting.
Anyway, please, the Daily Trust is loaded this morning, and I really don't know,
Where to
let's just take. It's all about the kidnapping, President Tinubu declaring emergency on security, and of course reactions from the Senate, from the National Assembly on whether the MAGA schoolgirls were released, rescued, or ransomed. And there's also a bit on appointment of ambassadors by the president. And then we'll quickly look at the latest coup d'etat in Guinea-Bissau. Let's look at all of these because they speak to one issue.
Yes. First of all, the declaration of emergency on security is coming at the right time. In fact, it should have been earlier. But the worry man say nothing spoil. The important thing is that it has finally happened. And what this means is that we're going to see more boots on the ground. We've been talking with the Pentagon, the U.S. Pentagon, that's their Defense Department. Just a few days ago, we held a meeting with them. I can tell you that some drones are eventually going to have to come in here. We do have drones now, but Ukraine is showing that drones can get even more sophisticated by the day as they confront the behemoth, Russia, and all that. So warfare has changed. It is no longer infantry meet infantry. Of course, that still happens, but what is happening, from the skies now, perhaps outweighs meet me on the front lines and all that. So we are keying into the latest that obtains in terms of fighting.
I like you too.
Ever mutating, the ever mutating shape of insecurity.
I like you too. There are two riders here, and Daily Trust,
yes,
placed those riders side by side. The one on the right hand side,
yes,
is from President Bola Tinubu.
That's it.
Expressing his relief that all the 24 girls have been accounted for, and of course. And then, charging matter of urgency, and, to move more boots on the ground.
Yes.
We spoke about this yesterday, Chukwudi, and of course
we did.
You made some explanations about that. Just hold on, please. And then the other side, you have Kabiru Adamu, a security expert, a very respected security expert. We had him here in the studio. I don't know if Victor was on set.
No.
Definitely, saw him. And he said there are lots of questions, honestly, regarding this whole activity. The fact that they engaged them, the fact that they did not arrest them, the fact that they did not go after them, means that these guys will go back again. I mean, these are concerns.
No, he doesn't have to rub it in. We have been saying here long ago that the Nigerian territory is not maybe more than 3/4 as policed as it should. There are swathes of the Nigerian territory where people do not see police in 2 months. I'm not making it up. Those fringe areas. That is why we keep on suggesting strongly that for you to get on top of all this nonsense happening, you have to have more people recruited into the force. And that's exactly what the president has expressed, 2 or 3 days ago. More boots on the ground. Then, of course, more equipment. You just mentioned drones and all that. You could stay here, and drones are surveying as far away as this road to Kafanchan. From here, you're monitoring. It depends on the range of the equipment you have. So we need to up our game to face current realities emanating from that ever-mutating field of insecurity.
Victor, I know. Let's just take this last question from here. Should our lawmakers, I mean, these are, elected representatives in the highest, level of governance, should they be amplifying, the circumstances surrounding the release of kidnapped victims? Shouldn't they say, okay, fine, this has been done, but let us, like you say.
Yes, Claire, I have always had issues with a Nigerian state that has people who do not know where governance should take over from politics. Some of these voices is a babel of voices, cacophony. Some of them say it tongue-in-cheek. They are trying to make a point that doesn't quite help our fight against those people. Already, it has been stated that we don't have enough men and women, because some good soldiers are women now, to counter these people. That means that ultimately, inevitably, there will be loopholes in the fight. So when you begin to, my people say, that means when you begin to press fufu too much, you go begin to, they're not even pound and well. You begin to see the seeds, the lumps there. It's not everything. Sometimes you need, when I accuse Nigerian politicians of, when I tell them, yeah, I see a lot of politicians, but where are the statesmen? We used to have statesmen. I'm not saying they're no longer there, but they are really declining. And the numbers are dwindling.
We also, and I'm sure you were at one of such trainings where, we urge or we nudge, journalists on how to report issues of security.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
Are we practicing what we learn?
No, the thing is this. I was a problem in the newsroom because I would challenge journalists if I thought they were not doing it well. You didn't have to be anybody's particular friend.
A leopard hardly...
No, I can't. You have to do it the proper way.
Let's quickly focus.
Okay, yeah. So the point we're making is there is such a thing as national interest that should be protected even in your reportage. The Americans are not telling you everything. If they tell you everything happening about their murder being assembled close to Venezuela, you're going to release all the secrets of the Secretary of Defense. You understand? Secretary of War, they call him now, Pete Hegseth. So our journalists should know when it is not in the interest of Nigeria to release certain bits of information. It's not everything you put, in the marketplace when you're discussing security. So we need to have that discretion. You just have to, for love of country,
So, I said you have other stories there.
All right. We haven't talked about the nomination of ambassadors to US and to US, France, and UK.
Yes.
And what that could do for diplomacy.
If you wink in the dark, nobody notices
you. See nothing.
Nobody notices you.
You see nothing.
Yeah. When you wink in the dark, nobody notices you did anything at all. We cannot play down the importance of the ambassadorial team. But I can also understand while the government is prioritizing. But I'm very happy that at this point, these appointments are coming. Because Nigeria needs not just to be reported properly now, it needs the proper optics to go out to the rest of the world. The best people to provide it are the ambassadors.
These are non-career ambassadors.
They are non-career, but they are hugely relevant in terms of the function we want them. Go and read their CVs. They actually listed the three of them, or what they've been and all that. That will tell you, that will show you how huge these appointments are. Sometimes it's not the man at the helm of affairs that really drives industry. He's just coordinating. It's those, the boots on the ground. Think what the marketer does for NTA. I'm not saying the DG is not important, please. Neither am I saying that my wonderful executive director news is not important, or forever is going to be important. But what they are doing is doing how best to play these people on the ground into the proper places, strategic planning.
No,
and all
because
that.
we don't have a lot of time.
Yes.
Now, PDP to Abuja Chief Judge don't assign our cases to courts of particular concern. That is
what did they mean?
Where did they? Nigeria was made a country of particular concern, so they have now taken that one.
That's tricky.
You people, you are so creative. Sometimes negatively.
That is why Nigeria is the capital.
This country
is a capital of hospitality. You know, this is a place where you find joy, regardless of what goes through. Victor,
the day we stop seeing the Hausa man,
that's the last
Yoruba
one
man, and we come together, the world cannot hold us.
This last one, manufacturers are seeking further interest rate cuts to spur growth.
Yes. Well, interest rates cuts. Waleke could come here, Prof, and agree to the other side. Bismarck
and
could come here. He did yesterday. You know, I don't go with that because, first of all, my economics does not go the Adam Smith theories. You know, I needed to make a A2 at the worst level.
You know, the CBN director of monetary policy department came and explained that what the CBN monetary policy meeting did, you know, was to retain most of the parameters.
Exactly. Yes.
And then he explained the error of margin. You know.
Okay, the margin of error.
Yes, margin of error, rather. And said, look, yes, we are sure of what we have done, but don't let us forget the margin of error.
Exactly.
So that
I saw Dr. Obo, is a doctor? Obo, yesterday with Professor Waleke. Yes. And economists would never actually follow one route. That's it. Remember Professor Samaluko and the very wonderful, brilliant Chuokungu, Babangida's chief economist and all that. They never argued in one direction. But I do think, I think that somewhere they find a nexus, you know, that drives the economy at the end of the day.
All right, Chukwudi, thank you. Please go out there and herald no violence against gender.
Yes.
Whether girl or boy,
Yes.
woman or man.
I'll try, because...
So you are simply saying no violence against anybody.
Yes, I'm going to play down the Arsenal exuberance and focus on what you just said.
Thank you. Let's take a shot.
Have a great day.